It really does seem like Seattle can't catch a break in terms of bad news, in terms of future events that they expect to happen with this city. As I talked about before, it is in the Pacific Northwest. This is in an earthquake and tsunami prone area. And as they have stated many times before, they expect that when the big one hits the Pacific Northwest, that this place will basically liquefy because it's built on top of landfill, where they had to fill everything in to build the city. And they say that this will basically cause liquefaction. Everything will liquefy when a big enough earthquake hits, and buildings will literally start to sink into the city. Now, that's just one issue pertaining to an earthquake and a tsunami. They're now talking about Mount Rainier, knowing that it is one of the deadliest out there in terms of volcanoes. They say it's one of the most dangerous volcanoes in existence. But they're saying it doesn't even have to erupt to cause some issues. They're saying that there could be some kind of collapse in a certain sector, a sector collapse, or there could just be magma leakage. And if this happens, the magma leakage is going to cause what they call a lahar. A lahar is a giant flow of hot mud. It carries with it trees, water, anything that it picked up along the way, moving on average at about 60 miles per hour. And it's rolling forward with the consistency of a zillion tons of wet cement. It will take out anything in its path. And as they're showing here, some of the rivers that run along from Mount Rainier down into Seattle, downtown Seattle, the Puget Sound and everything, they're going to fill up with this runoff if there was an eruption. Now, as they're saying here, it doesn't even need to be an eruption. There could just be some leakage out of this thing of magma, and it could cause one of these events to go into effect off of one of the sides of the mountains and then down in toward the city. Now, they have sensors set up to try to detect this, but they're saying that it's just not good enough at this point, and that the best thing that they can do is stay on top of this information and continue to educate people on the possibilities of things like this that could happen in an area like this. But wanted to make mention of it. It's not just the earthquakes and tsunamis you got to worry about, but also the volcanoes and the mud flows. It just really stacks the odds against the city of Seattle going forward. Things to think about. I'll leave a link below. It's Madabu7.